These are really good questions.
Wow.
I'm kind of shocked.
Hey. I'm here at Arcade Coffee Roasters, and I'm here with the wonderful Emily Pauline. Did I say that right? How do you say your last name?
Poulin?
Oh, okay.
It's French, actually, yeah.
Very French last name.
Amélie Poulain is actually a movie, so if you ever want to watch it, it's all in French, but it's good.
Go check it out. Anyway, Emily, who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? A very difficult question. I'm Emily, and I do graphic design, and I live in Riverside.
What a great intro. Thank you so much. So you're a designer, and looking at your portfolio and your Instagram, it's cool to see how much you've grown. You've started off in hand lettering, and now you have fun color palettes and illustrations. Tell me about how your design style has developed over the years.
Well, I kind of forgot about hand lettering, so you definitely went back into my recesses here. So my design style probably has developed through projects I've been able to work on and things that have come my way, some of my own explorations, but a lot of it's just been like, what do people want me to work on? And that's kind of helped me along the way.
You have a lot of fun sayings that you like to post. Where do you find the inspiration for your fun little sayings?
So my more recent ones have been just from books that I've been reading. So it's kind of like a virtual book club or whatever I found like really meaningful from the book. And then early on, I feel like it was just like song lyrics or just things I was picking up here and there. I'm not as good at content writing, so I'll usually just take whatever someone else does and like re-say it in my own way.
Now tell me about the clients you work for today. Who do you aim for in terms of getting clients?
Who do I aim for? My goals? Who am I and what are my goals? This is like very deep. I work a lot in food and beverage and the cosmetic industry right now, so it's a lot of beauty, a lot of packaging, logo, illustration, anything along those lines.
And you've actually designed some stuff for Arcade. Is this actually an Emily design?
I can confirm, yes, that is an Emily design.
This is actually my favorite t-shirt, so thank you so much. Who has been your favorite client you've gotten to work with so far?
Arcade. Favorite ever? Like ever?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ever.
Ever.
Wow. Like ever. Wow. Ever. Wow. I would probably say with Brightland because they just have been really fun. They've grown a lot. Well, is that my answer? I don't know. Can we come back to this one?
We'll come back to it later. Let's nerd out for a second. We love good design. We love good fonts. Do you have any go-to fonts?
Helvetica. Other go-to Montserrat. I don't know if I ever say that one right. I don't really know how to spell it. Times New Roman. Honestly, Times is a classic. These are really good questions.
Wow.
I'm kind of shocked.
Hey.
We can come back to this as well.
Hey, we'll come back to all the questions later. What makes a good color palette?
I would say the color theory, very important thing to learn, obviously, school, But I would say having like a cool neutral, a warm tone, something across the spectrum is really what helps make it bright and interesting and give it depth.
For all the designers out there, what is a good design resource that everyone should know about?
I want to say Pinterest, but I would say Dribbble. Dribble's actually really great, curated by designers from designers, so I honestly would suggest that.
I think designers would also say that ball is life because Dribbble, right?
Ball is life.
You're currently freelancing, is that correct?
Yes, can confirm.
What does it take to freelance and to take that step?
It takes probably a lot more foresight than I had, but in the day-to-day, it's a lot of staying on top of organization and emailing and communication and staying ahead of clients and on top of your work. So it's a lot that goes into it. I happened into it after quitting a job, so it wasn't necessarily planned for me, but I enjoy it now.
What do you enjoy most about freelance?
I would say that I can work wherever I want, which sounds a little bit trite, but the fact that I can work here and I don't need to be in an office all day, that just is so great to me.
Going off of that, working from wherever you want, there's been a culture shift from working from home because of COVID and just all the things happening. Do you have any tips for how to be more efficient from working from home?
Yes, I know. I feel like everyone became a self-employed person in 2020, which was very hard when I first started. I would say getting dressed every day, sweatpants is a state of mind, I say. Having a morning schedule, really important. Having a routine that you follow, emailing people, being alive, very important parts of freelancing. And I would say structure, as much as you can provide structure for yourself. I would suggest that.
That's great. Good advice. I like your little Instagram tips.
Yeah.
At the start of COVID, you actually put that up. It's really helpful. One I took upon myself was getting dressed every day. I think that was helpful.
And you did that, so.
Yeah, I got dressed today, so.
I'm proud of you.
What are your other interests outside of design? What do you enjoy doing?
I like to cook. I like to bake. I try and paint. I'm really bad at it, but I do enjoy it. I do like to travel. I like to go to new restaurants, look at all their menus. I love menus just for design and also, food. I play Pokemon Go currently. I hate to plug it again, but if you want to add me, you're more than welcome to. And I read a lot, actually.
Pokemon Go, it's still going?
It's actually just starting for me. I joined 2 or 3 months ago, and I've been playing ever since, so.
Very cool. Oh, we got Big Jeff. We got a guest on the show today.
I did a little baking segment on Adobe, or actually on CancelCon, put on by Andrew. I made scones if you want to watch it. I'm on the internet somewhere making scones.
Go check it out. What is a book that everyone should read?
The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. I think you read it also, right?
Yes, I did. I would recommend that too. What is an album that everyone should listen to?
Folklore.
The last tiny interview I did, Brian was saying he bought that on vinyl.
I also have it on. Yeah, I have it on vinyl too. Yeah, it's a 2-part. It's impressive.
It's a good album. Very popular. If you were to pull up your YouTube account right now, what would be the first 5 recommended videos that pop up?
Probably like yoga, interview with Emily Blunt, yoga, cooking.
Now, a question I love to ask everyone on the show is, why do you do what you do? Why be a designer? Why do all the fun things?
That is a great question. I originally thought I was going to be an engineer. My dad does that, and I love problem solving, and so I kind of thought like that's what I'm going to go into. But then I didn't want to make like screws all day and little like hinges or whatever. So I found out design was a job, and that seemed to really fit like creative, problem solving, fun, cute sticker things, and so that's kind of how I landed in design.
Looking back at young Emily, what would you tell her if she were getting started in design?
You're not going to get it right, which I knew going into it, but I still was like, I'll get it right. It's a lot of just figuring it out over and over again, so I think that would probably be my answer.
Do you have any questions for me before we sign off?
What are you looking forward to most in video and or the future for you?
I really just enjoy helping people, and I've learned that giving value to people is important, and so I'm trying to navigate through finding ways to do that through the skill set that I have.
Do you think you'll be interviewing like throughout your career, or?
Yeah, this is only the start, so we'll see where this goes. It'll start from the Emily interview, and then we'll see where it scales. So.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Emily, thanks for being on the show today. It was a pleasure, and thanks for your insight. This has been a tiny little interview.
A tiny interview.